Hey everybody, welcome to So Many Sequels, your book club for movies. I'm Josh.
I'm Garrett.
And I'm David.
Today on the show, not today. I do this every time because you guys don't know that we record 2 in a row. We're wrapping up So Many Scares versus Jason this week. It's the end of the week here, or end of the month. So later in the week, we're going to be talking about Friday the 13th, 2009 edition. Yep. You can find that on HBO Max. Go stream it. Get ahead of the game so you can laugh along with us, because I think that's what we're going to do. So get ready for that. Again, you can find Friday the 13th on HBO Max. That will be how we're ending the year, because it's Sunday as we're recording this. Friday is Halloween. So this is our last episode, or last batch of episodes before Halloween. So,
Jeez, can you believe?
I actually can't. I'm a little upset about
That's
it.
literally scary and figuratively scary.
It doesn't really feel like Halloween's really here yet.
It doesn't. And listen, I'm a small rant. There's always talk every year, about Christmas creeping in too early. Mm-hmm. That's not where I'm going with this, but important to put a pin in that note. This week, I have been looking for Halloween Oreos, the orange creamed Oreos, because I'm trying to do a thing for work related to Halloween, and I need these Oreos, okay? I go shopping last week. It's all Christmas Oreos.
Already.
Yeah.
And listen,
Yeah.
I say that because I don't actually really mind the fact that the Christmas Oreos are there. What I mind is that the Halloween are not. They should still be on the shelf.
Agreed.
Because
I do agree with that.
Because, okay, look, it's the weekend before Halloween right now. Let's say I'm hosting a Halloween party on Friday.
Yeah.
Is it not unreasonable to think I should be able to go buy my supplies the week before?
Yeah. I mean,
And then here you are selling me Christmas Joy Oreos? That's BS.
What color are the Christmas Oreos?
They're red.
You could just say they're blood.
You
If it's
could.
for work thing,
blood
then
Oreos.
I guess it's different. I guess it's different.
Yeah, you can.
I'm
you
trying
can
to
make
do
that,
a fun
you can
little
make that work.
thing and with some Oreos.
I get it with the orange and the orange
and the
I get it.
Halloween and you get it.
I get it.
So anyway, I have been on a hunt. I did manage to find some, but I had to go to several stores to find the last remaining Halloween stock, apparently.
If you happen to have any Halloween-themed Oreos, you can mail them to Josh at P.O. Box.
We should get a P.O. box for this show.
You should.
Who knows what people send us? Anyway, okay, that's
Send
my
us
rant.
your screeners so we can watch them and review them for the show.
If we get a P.O. box, will you guys send us screeners? Is that a thing? Is anyone listening who can do that?
Help us out.
Alright.
We're not smart.
Let's get back to talking
don't know
about
how to do
movies. That's my Halloween rant.
We were talking about screeners.
We'll have plenty more to talk about later in the week. But we've been continuing to watch movies here on our own, separate from the show. Garrett, you saw Weapons in theaters, right?
I did.
I thought so.
Yep, with you.
And so,
You and
that's
I
what
did.
I thought. And so now you've
Yeah.
seen it again. Now that it's on HBO, David, you watched it for the first time on HBO. I would love to hear you guys kick off with your Weapons talk now that it's available to watch at home.
David, please, I'm curious.
Yes, you
your
kick
thoughts.
off, being as you're the first time watcher.
I thought it was really good. I am not a movie that, if it's scary, I usually don't like it. Although I will say that I think, come a long way in my horror movie or horror thriller, whatever you want to call it, appreciation. And, I mostly find these ones that are eerie and ethereal and dream space kind of stuff to be even more terrifying than the blood and gore sometimes. This was, I thought, really good. I liked that it was a mystery. I liked the sort of anthology style storytelling of it, of telling different character perspectives.
Yeah.
Covering the same time frames for the most part. So I really enjoyed that. It was very scary. It definitely, this is the same guy who made Barbarian, made this, correct? So
Right.
It definitely felt like it fit that style, tone, whatever you want to call it, where there's always something just off, like you're in the moment, but it always feels like there's something just over there that you're not quite seeing yet. And it's gonna, you're just waiting for that thing to drop. I don't really understand. So, like earlier this year, I watched all the sort of discourse about weapons.
Yeah.
I don't understand what anybody was talking about back then. People were talking about the people who hated it or didn't like it said that there was some kind of massive tone shift at the end.
Yeah, I remember those complaints, and I didn't get it either.
I don't get that particular complaint. The people that really liked it were like sitting here saying like, "This is the horror movie of the year, and this is like the best thing." I didn't really get that either. Like, I thought it was really solid. I don't think it's going to be like my movie of the year, but I also don't get these weird complaints about people who were dogging it. I think this was a really solid movie, and I thought the performances were really strong. If anything held me back, it was just some of the characters were just slightly less engaging than others. That's just kind of that's just part of the territory, I think. But yeah, I mean, I really dug it, and I was creeped out a lot, and I was uneasy a lot.
So I have a confession to make. I don't feel like I talked about it a lot when I first saw it after you and I watched it, Josh, because I think that this was a case where my expectations didn't meet what the movie turned out to be. And so for me, in the theater experience, I struggled. I was like, I'm not really that scared. It's kind of slow. Like, it feels really slow. And I think I was just in a mood because watching it this time, it was a completely different experience. And I would agree with what David said. I was creeped out. I was super interested in what was going on. There were legitimate moments where I was like, oh my God, that actually scared me. And I had already seen this before. So I really don't, me being me, I was probably really scared and just trying to be like, I'm not scared. I'm not having, this isn't good. Look at me. That's
You're
probably what I was doing. Yeah, exactly. So I agree that this was a really fun and really good horror movie. I still think Sinners is better as far as like movies that have come out this year. But man, yeah, it was a much better. I don't know why, but maybe I understood something else, or I totally wiped my brain clean of like expectations. Or I was like, this is what I feel like last time I had something, so I'm just gonna go and slate clean and try to forget that I had already seen it, and it worked. So it was really good. I would highly recommend a rewatch.
All right, wow, yeah, that's interesting reactions all around.
I will not be rewatching it.
Oh, disappointing.
I would if I was asked to, but but no, it was the movie too creepy for me to hang on
Too
to
creepy.
a second time. I think.
Man, when that lady walked out with the scissors, that's
The
scary.
scissors were off-putting.
Oh my gosh!
Gosh, what was the other thing? There's the sight of I think
hot
his
dogs.
name is Benedict Wong. And his
and his eyes all bugged. Yeah.
That was nightmare fuel for sure.
Yeah, it was good. It was
So
good.
it was a really solid movie. I'm not gonna I have very little to complain about.
I recommend going in with not knowing much and just enjoying the ride.
Yep, that's the way to do it. I went and caught a new movie to theaters this past week. It is not a horror movie or Halloween related, so a little I don't know, comedy to throw in the scary mix.
Gotta have a little comic
gotta have a
relief.
little
There's
comedy.
not that much difference between comedy and horror.
There's a thin line. I went to see the new film Good Fortune, which was written and directed by Aziz Ansari, starring Ansari, Seth Rogen, Keanu Reeves, Keke Palmer, and Sandra Oh. Fantastic.
It's a great cast.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what this movie, the basic gist of this movie is it's kind of a, retelling of the classic tale of an angel comes down to see a depressed person and tries to show them value in their life kind of thing. It's kind of like It's a Wonderful Life, where Aziz's character is just he's truly just like kind of down and out on his luck in a lot of ways. Things just go bad for him. And Seth Rogen is a well-to-do like tech investor guy, and Keanu Reeves is Ansari's guardian angel. But he's not your typical guardian angel. He's he's low on the org chart, as it were. He's kind of responsible. This stuff is in the trailers and whatnot, so I'll say it. Keanu's job as an angel is to protect people from getting hurt while texting and driving. That's his job. He kind of pops up in the backseat behind you and puts his hand on your shoulder when you're about to wreck, when you got your phone in your hand. He's bored with that job. He's like, I know I can do more. So he sets out to help Aziz. And then you can imagine that maybe he's not actually ready to take on more, and that's where the hijinks come into play. So that's what the movie's about. Yeah. I thought it was really fun. They play off each other really well, Seth and Aziz. Keanu is kind of...
That makes sense.
He's kind of dumb in this role, which I really enjoy, just because helpless Keanu Reeves, when I'm so used to seeing, like, strategic killer John Wick.
Yeah, hyper
And in this one, he's just like, I just keep messing up. I just want to save someone's life. And he just keeps making it worse. Yeah, literally that. So, and then Keke Palmer is great, as always. It's almost interesting for her because she's so funny, but Kiki's almost kind of the straight man in this movie, in this role. She's the romantic interest apart from Aziz, and kind of helps show him the difference in his life when he's poor and the difference in his life when he's rich. She's the constant. So she does great at that. Very fun movie. I recommend. If you don't make it to theaters, definitely stream it. I think it's a nice, fun movie.
Yeah.
All right.
I like the trailer. Looked good for that. So.
One more movie. We got to get the recap of Terrifier 2 because Garrett told us all about the insanity of the first one last week.
Art the Clown.
Yeah.
Returns. I'm not going to talk too much about the movie because I want to tie this in with the Friday the 13th movies here.
Yeah.
Because Art the Clown has become, for a lot of horror fans, like the cult face of kind of like slashers, right? And for so long, those faces were Michael Myers, this gentleman in the back there, Freddy, and Jason. And we've been talking about Jason. And one of the questions that I heard, probably, I don't remember exactly, but it was like, what? Let's talk about a new face of fear, right? Mm-hmm. There's a Friday the 13th reboot coming up. There's talks as far as like a TV show. There's there's the potential of Friday the 13th reboot. Obviously, those are popular right now and really diving back into those. But who would be the new face of fear? And should we try to create new faces? I mean, the whole 80s were dominated by Michael Myers and Jason and Freddy. Can we not let them live in that decade and then move on? You know, you guys haven't seen the Terrifier series, but Josh, you saw some of it. It's gory, it's gruesome, it's like definitely one that is trying to gross you out with some of the gore and the kills that they put in there. It's really, it can be gross.
Yeah.
David, I don't think you'd like it at all. No. But Art, the clown, is truly scary. Whoever plays the clown does such a great job. He brings that character to life and is truly creepy in a way that Freddy Krueger was. And you look at some of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, they're gory, they're over the top, they're gross, similar to the way Art the Clown is. And so I just think it's an interesting discussion of, we're trying to bring these old faces of fear into this modern era, whereas you've got Art the Clown over here, eating people. And it's gory and over the top. So what do you guys think? Should we keep bringing these old characters? Should we try to find something new?
Well, I don't like clowns, so I don't want to bring him back ever.
That's fair.
I rest my case.
The slasher genre is kind of a tough one. It's a tough nut to crack at this point, I think, because it was so prolific in the 80s. And it has, like this generation's slasher is whatever you
school
call...
shootings. It's school shootings. I'm not being... in the 70s and the 80s, there was a massive serial killers. Right. And slashers became a fear. And so they leaned into that to create horror movies. We don't have serial killers anymore. We have mass shooters. That's what we have.
That's true. I was going to say today, the genre that has sort of supplanted that is whatever this sort of, demon possession, like not even like demon possession, but whatever this like, ethereal creature that takes over minds and bodies and makes you do like the smile, the It Follows, even like even Pennywise kind of falls into that a little bit, but like the Insidious, Sinister, Hereditary, there's like this mythical, mystical,
slasher.
supernatural thing that like dominates your the psychological things. That seems to be the slasher of today, and it works because the bad guy can be anything or anyone or at any time. It's your own mind that you're working against. I would love it if we could create some new like recognizable villains, in that vein of Michael Myers or Jason or Chucky or Freddy or whoever. But it feels like the genre is hard to update to modern day without feeling cliche. But like you, I'd love it because if anything, the more cool characters we can create, the better. I don't want to stay stuck in the past.
Yeah.
Hell no. Past is boring.
I would say, look, I don't think either one of you two would really like the movies. The second one I do think was better than the first one as far as like the characters that they created and the story that they were telling. But I think you should check out some Art the Clown highlights because he himself is very scary and he doesn't talk either. So it's a lot of just, what he's doing is scary, but his facial features, his makeup, his body language, and how he interacts with the people, it's really scary.
Is he a talker too?
No, he's a mime. He's a mime clown.
No, okay. So because the thing is that the four pillars of slashers are sort of divided 2 and 2. You have Michael and Jason, don't talk. Freddy and Chucky, they're wisecrackers. They're making bits. They're trying out their hot 7 on all of these victims. So
he's doing that with kills though. So he brings the kills that way. He lets the kills do the comedic talking for him, and he's just sitting there like laughing in silence, which is even scarier.
Fascinating. All right.
I don't like that.
So Art the Clown, I would say, is the current face of fear as far as like the slasher genre. Good for him.
Ew. Don't like it. Don't like it.
Yeah, let's change it to the grabber.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of slashers and fear.
Yeah, in other horror story news, I got to live one yesterday with Andrew, which is like its own scary movie. I'm trapped in the car. 2 of us are trapped in the car on the side of the road. What are we going to do? Who's going to eat the other one first if we can't make it out of here?
God, you could just learn to fish.
Yeah.
No, I don't eat fish.
Andrew would eat you first, but he would be apologizing the whole time.
He would.
And then,
yeah, we were on the road from Tulsa to Edmond, and our great road system just destroyed one of the tires of my car, unfortunately, and it just shredded it mid-drive. We pull over. We're so close to a small town where ain't nothing open. And I can't stress enough that it's 3:30 in the afternoon on a Saturday and ain't nothing open. We're in a real pickle because the spare tire for my car is trapped inside the car. The wing nuts holding it in is stripped to hell and back. So
no.
So they won't come off. So you got two grown men. We spent over an hour beating this tire, and it will not come off the car.
Yeah.
I call the insurance people. They call out a flat guy, and he calls me, and I explain the situation to him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I can't do much about that." I went, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, if I can't get it off, you're still gonna have to call a tow." I went, "You can't bring me a tire?" He goes, "Nah, nobody can do that." I went, "What?" So who knows if that's true?
Oh man!
But so long story short, we find a nice business who answers the phone 24/7 and is willing to open the garage during off hours. So it was a predicament though because we were far from we were a good hour from home and almost an hour from where we were heading. So we were quite literally in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the option was get a tire on this car right now or get towed all the way back to Tulsa. Yep. And so
Oof.
So we had to rough it out and get this tire back on in Chandler.
I mean, that is the start of a scary movie for sure.
It is my whole goal, and I kept telling Andrew, I was like, I want to leave this town before nightfall hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't quite do that,
Mm.
but we got close.
I'm
We
looking at
didn't.
Chandler right now. I'm trying to figure out where you guys probably would have had to go.
I could show you on the map. It's actually
it-
really annoying. Here's the best part.
is
Then
it
we'll
Napa?
then we'll move on. We were less than half a mile from the exit into Chandler. We were 0.7 miles from the tire shop we got towed to. But he had to drive 20 minutes the other way because of the way the highway is designed. There's no way to get to the other side.
Oh, yeah.
He had to drive to Stroud to turn around and get back to us when we were 0.7 miles away the whole time.
Oof. That's a
Yeah.
heartbreaker.
Yep. So it was a long day.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You know why everything was closed? Because OU was playing.
Well, how did that go?
They lost.
There you go. It should have been
lost.
open. That's why I'm watching the
Oh,
Thunder,
man.
the only team that can win. Let's talk about some news here. We'll start to wrap up the show. Couple of news items from this week. This one's not fun, but I don't know. There's some fun tidbits of information that come out of it. Everybody's talking about the East Wing of the White House.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why not we jump on
I
it
can't
too?
believe
we
we-
got to get those trends.
I know. I can't believe
Yeah.
we found a way to talk about it. But the East Wing of the White. I'm going to try real hard with this.
Yeah,
the
let's
East
keep
Wing of
this
the
one
White House is
movie-based.
being demolished to make room
Right.
for a new renovation. I will say that in the articles I've read that it says that there are plans to rebuild the movie theater inside the new structure. So there will allegedly be a new movie theater, but this one has been demolished and it has been in the White House since 1942, I think is what I read, installed by
Wow.
FDR in his presidency. But there's also just a lot of really fun facts I thought we could discuss about the White House movie theater while
They installed it in 1942 so they could watch the newsreels of the boys overseas.
They literally did. FDR used that theater to watch newsreels and stay up to date on progress in the war. President Eisenhower was a huge fan of Westerns. He watched a ton of Westerns in there. Apparently the biggest
Seems
film
like a
buff
Western guy.
was Jimmy Carter, who watched over 400 films in his term.
All about peanuts.
All about peanuts.
So Jimmy Carter's trying to clear that letterbox watch list.
That's exactly what he was trying to do. He's like, I got to get in here. President Clinton was a big fan of the movie High Noon and apparently screened it 17 times.
You know what is a good spin-off of that? High Noon at Mega Mountain.
Now what is screen mean exactly? Does it mean he just watched it himself, or does that like he like put it on for the White House staff? How does that work? How big was this theater?
The theater was fairly small. It seats about 50 people. And how the screenings work, according to what I could read, was that basically someone from the White House could reach out to the Motion Picture Association at any time for any movie they could ever
have a
want.
bat dial on their phone or
No,
something.
really. And then they send them the movie. That's how it works. They get Oscar screeners that way. It really just
Wow.
depends on the president in office what they want to
Oh
do.
my God. Does the president get to vote in the Oscars?
Maybe. If they're, you know what? Technically,
I bet
he will
technically
soon.
speaking, I think Reagan and Trump can. I don't know. I think that's technically true.
Don't you have to have won an Oscar or something like that?
No, you just have to be a member of the Academy.
Yeah.
There's criteria for that, but I think being I don't know. Anyway, that's another talk. A couple of my favorite ones, though. President W
G-Dub.
was a big fan of the Austin Powers series and screened it a bunch, and apparently was known for
Yeah,
walking
baby.
around the White House doing a Dr. Evil impression.
I love it.
That's not a good look, bro.
I wish.
it's not a good
wish-
look in that time frame.
I wish I could. I can't do a W impression, but that is.
Isn't that golden?
You said there was another movie he was alleged to have
White
watched in
Chicks.
there.
White Chicks from the Wayans brothers. So then finally,
I love that White Chicks.
Before,
He's got a sense of humor, that guy.
Before opting to destroy it, President Trump in his first term upgraded the theater to add a 4K laser projector, and one of the first movies he screened was Finding Dory.
Fascinating.
So there you go.
Why? I have so many questions about that one.
I don't know either, because he doesn't have, and he didn't have young kids at the time. I don't think Barron would have been into that.
I like Dory.
I love Dory. I had to make sure they found her.
I had to make
Where'd the fish go?
Where was Dory?
That's it. They just all in that White House are looking for that fish.
I want to eat some fish sticks now.
We found Dory, destroy the theater.
They say they say just keep swimming, and that's what we're doing.
All right, we tried. We didn't try that hard though. All right, so
no,
that's that story. Looking forward to seeing what the new movie theater looks like in the White House, I suppose. Then finally,
9,000 square foot ballroom. That's what it looked like.
Back to sequel news. One of our favorite movies of the last few years is getting a sequel on Netflix, and that is The Mitchells versus the Machines.
Yeah.
You guys remember that? We all were big fans of
I
that
love
movie when
it.
it came out.
Literally
2021.
my favorite movie of
A real movie for cinephiles.
Yes. So that will be coming out. Let me see. Did it say in here when
I'm
it
pretty
ordered?
sure that I can't remember her first name, but I bet she had an account on Letterboxd too. I don't know if she still does.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
main
her
character. I
character
can't remember
was,
her name either.
Golly, her last name was Mitchell. We
probably.
know that much.
Yeah, it's definitely Mitchell. Main
I need to
character
rewatch
Mitchell.
it because I really liked it at the time, but I've not watched it. I've not rewatched it.
Oh, it's
since
incredible.
it came out.
It's
Yeah.
incredible.
It's been a while since I watched it too. So looking forward to that. We don't know
watched it
anything
in
else
May
about it.
of 2020. Not May. Well, yeah, we watched it in May of 2021. You can go back and listen to our review back then. See what you think of our opinions.
But that's gonna do it for the news. David, why don't you hit us with our box office recap for the weekend?
Yeah, so number one movie of the weekend for the weekend of October 24th is anime film Chainsaw Man, the movie. This brought in $17.2 million. These anime films have been performing fairly well over the last few years, and I imagine they will continue to do so.
Huge anime fan base here
Yeah.
in the States. Huge. They're growing every day.
Yeah, one of three new movies in the top 5 this weekend. Number 2 movie is The Black Phone 2, brought in another $13 million, only dropping 52% from last week.
Good for
Black
you.
Phone 2, but an argument can be made. The Grabber is a solid slasher
Yes.
type, but also
I would
could be
absolutely
made an
agree
argument.
with that.
An argument can be made. He's also fits into that genre of that supernatural thing that we were talking about. So he kind of fills both categories. Regretting You, starring McKenna Grace and Mason Thames, who's also in the Black Phone 2. He's the kid from Black Phone.
Good for him.
At number 3 with 12.8. Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere is at number 4 with 9.1
Josh, you going to see
million.
that? You're a Springsteen guy.
I'm gonna see the hell out of that movie. Yeah.
I gotta be honest. This movie, I've seen a lot of promotion for it over the. I thought it was a show. I thought it was gonna be like a TV series for the longest time, just because of how it was being marketed in a weird way. Yeah. And then number 5, Tron Ares slides to the number 5 spot with 4.9 million. Also, just mentioned here, Good Fortune that Josh saw, that was in at number 6 with 3.1. So that is your box office recap for this week. Movies opening wide next weekend. Begonia, which was in theaters this weekend, but only in select theaters around the country. Begonia, starring Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons, opens wide. A movie called Anniversary. Switchhead, which is kind of an animated, little animated film that's kind of loosely inspired by some sort of Frankenstein's type stuff. I don't know. Little animated movie. And then for some reason, they're putting Back to the Future back in theaters for Halloween. So
40th anniversary.
let's giddy up. Is the 40th anniversary? Did it come out on Halloween originally?
Well, I don't know that it came out on Halloween, but it's the 40th anniversary this year.
But what a strange time! Do that in the summer.
No, it's counter programming. Come on now.
No, guys, it's pretty sure it's close to back. Isn't it like October 25th?
Yeah, no, October 15th or something.
October
is Back
15th.
to the Future
Yeah,
Day.
yeah. So that's probably. I mean, I know it's later than that. But
Yeah,
that
they
might
should
be
they
tie-in.
should have bounced on that. All right. Anyhow,
Yeah.
that's your box office and movie updates for this week.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us on this episode. We will be back later in the week with our final review of this year's So Many Scares. It's going to be Friday the 13th, 2009 edition.
2009.
Go find 09. Go find that on HBO Max. Or wherever it may be streaming by the time you listen to this. And we will have more on that later in the week. Go visit us online, SoManySequels.com. You can subscribe to the show on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you get podcasts. Join our Discord community. Talk to us about movies there. All kinds of fun options for you. So just go to SoManySequels.com and find all that there. We will see you guys next time.